Hello, everyone. Very good evening. Good morning. Please let me know if you can hear me. I guess I'm already live. So, if someone can confirm, that will be great. In today's bootcamp, I will be teaching you guys like most of the features of SelectorsHub and what's new in SelectorsHub Pro. So, can someone please confirm if you can hear me? Am I audible, guys? Okay, so there must be some delay. Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. Hello, Ahmed. Hi, Nibes. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. Hi, Pooja. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. Thanks for joining in. How are you guys doing? Hi, Asis. Hi, Pankja. Hi, Irfan. How are you guys doing today? Awesome. So we have like lots of updates in Slackers Hub from last couple of months. We did a lot of things we have done actually. So one of the great update is like we became the Slackers Hub became the bronze sponsors of Selenium with all your support. Of course, like whatever you guys have supported till date, because Selectors have been like huge success till date, and from long it is running. So yeah, Nibes is showing no video. I hope other people are able to see me. Is it? Am I visible to you guys? My video is on. I believe video is also on. I hope you guys can see me. Nibes, maybe like you can check at your end. It must be visible. Awesome. Thank you. So, okay. So one of the very first update is that Selenium became Selectors Hub has become the bronze level sponsors of Selenium. We supported last month WebDriver IO. We started supporting WebDriver Manager as well. So all the free community products Selectors Hub has started supporting now. And whatever maximum will be possible from our end, we will try our best with all of your support to support all these free community product. Apart from that, supporting all these free community product and I mean best project which are helping our community from so long. There are really great updates at the selectors of side as well. We got more than 150K active users on all the browsers for selectors hub. Then we got huge number of active users on test case studio as well. The biggest update, the great one of the best update for selectors hub is that we have got the verified batch featured badge on chrome store for selectors hub, and for all our extensions like selectors hub, test case studio, selectors hub pro, and test case studio pro. So we got featured batch for all our extension in browser store, which means we follow all the uh, Chrome policies and standard API, latest API of Chrome browser, what Chrome supports, and in fact, like all the browsers as well. And we are absolutely safe and secure. And Selectors Hub, with that, Selectors Hub has become the top 20 developer tool out there in the Chrome store. So yeah, so these are some of the great updates. Apart from that, I'm going to show you guys what all features are there, because you must have seen how Selectors Hub, how Test Case Studio, and the new tool Test Case Hub, how these innovations are helping you guys on your day to day work life. So today I'm going to show you guys how these pro versions, like what all, when like in fact the free versions are being called as lifesaver innovation, such a great innovations which are helping our testers, automation testers, developers, everyone to save this too much time. So what is special there in pro versions? How they can take you to the next level so that like you can save more time. So let me show you guys without making any further delay. Meanwhile, if you have any question, feel free to ask. Let me take 5 minutes before I start showing you guys the pro versions features and innovations. I would ask you, I mean, stage is open for you guys. You guys can ask your question on the comment section. So if you have any question, feel free to ask. Okay, so I can see there was one question. How is the testing market out now? Testing market is always good, and I mean, see, the fact is like not just testing market, developer market, or whichever market you say. So it is always like when we are searching for the job, we feel that there are less job, we are not getting the call. On the other end, I will tell you, this is like fact. Companies and people are struggling more to hire and to get the right talent. We are investing so much, every company is investing so much in hiring, but we are not getting the right talent. At the same time, people are looking for the job, so it's like kind of match. Once you get the right match, so there are plenty of job, a lot of opportunity. You just have to dig down, you just have to explore. And one of the best way is that you help community, answer in the tech forums, write tech blogs, connect with the right kind of people, right mind of people, attend meetups, conferences, webinar, and definitely there will be chance like there will be a situation where guys will not have to look out for the job will come to you guys. Is tester life not after age of 40? If yes, what I have to do? No, this is there's nothing like that. That there's no life. I mean, is tester life not after age of 40? No, there's nothing like that. That after 40 also, so many people are doing the testing. Even before 30, people stop testing. So it's just a matter of like different scenarios. So not at all. I don't think like it. There is something like that. So yeah. There is actually like exceptions and general scenarios are always there. Nothing is like predefined, I believe. Everything can be changed, everything can be manipulated how you want to mold it. Okay, great. So let me start now to show you guys what I have in the plate. Okay, so I'm sure like most of you have already used SelectorsHub, Test Case Studio. And one more new tool, Test Case Hub, is also there. So we will talk about that after this, like later in the session today. And so today we'll see how these Selectors Hub Pro and Test Case Studio Pro are helping people, and why so many people have adopted these. Like if I show you these Selectors Hub Pro and Test Case Studio Pro, why so many people has adopted for this Pro version just in such a short span of time. Like just in 2 3 months, more than 1,000 plus pro version active users are there, and you can see that there is a featured batch, and everything is verified here. Okay, cool. So let me show you here. You can go here on Selectors of website, and under Pro plans, you can see Selectors of Pro and Test Case Studio Pro. So here we will see that what is there in Pro version and what is there in free version. So yes, free version, you all know that Selectors Hub can. So first, I will show you the Selectors Hub Pro, and then we'll go to this Test Case Studio Pro. So you see that here in free version is all the basic features which I have been like teaching you guys from like so many years. So all those great innovations and features are there, which are helping you guys now. So in the premium, of course, all the free features are there. Then there's a premium new UI. So if you open Selectors Hub Pro, so let me just open it. So you can see that this is the free version UI. I'm sure, and I hope this is visible. And this is here the SelectorsHub Pro. So this is how it used to look. Okay, so this is how SelectorsHub Pro and test cases to SelectorsHub free version and Pro version looks like. And now we will see that what all features are there, what is special in SelectorsHub Pro, what is sorry. So what is there something in Pro version which is making it Pro and helping more people? How this can be like so useful for the people that it is saving so much time. So very first thing was the complete new UI you will experience in the Pro version. Second thing, own inspector. This is one of the like best feature of SelectorsHub Pro, and most of the people love about it. How this is making difference from the free version? Let me show you guys. For an example, suppose we have to write a page object model, or we have to generate selectors for multiple elements. Okay, so in the free version you see that you must have seen that there is a feature like you click on this and there you can generate the locators for multiple elements in single shot, like you just start inspecting one by one like this. So here you are inspecting, and you have to, you see that, observe this, you have to click on this inspector again and again, right? So yes, definitely this is saving a lot of time. You just click on this copy button and go back to your IntelliJ or wherever and just paste that. So this is definitely really quick. But how can we make it more faster, more efficient? So now let's see in the Pro version. Click on this page object model, then click on this code, and now you see that there is an inspect button. Now, if this is the SelectorsHub Pro own inspector, if you select this once, now you need not to select that Chrome DevTools inspector again and again. You just keep on clicking here, and you see that all the elements will be, all selectors for all the element will be generated in single click. And there you can click on this copy button, go back to your IntelliJ or whichever editor you are using, just paste this here, and this is how you can generate it. This has generated Selenium with Python. If you want to change it, like you want with driver.find element, you can use this one. If you are working on Cypress, you can use Cypress command. If you want to generate with the locator page, you can click on this and hit enter, copy, and come back to your editor and paste it here. You see, such an amazing feature it is, just in like one click. And you need not to select this inspector again and again to inspect the element. Just in one go you can use this inspector and it will be solving all your problem. And whenever you want to deactivate, just right click and it will be deactivated. Anywhere you can right click. Similarly, there is an axis XPath generator feature in Pro version. In free version also it is there, but in Pro version it is next level, that you need not to click on this inspector again and again. Suppose you want to generate XPath for Pro plans with respect to products, just click on this inspector and first inspect products, then inspect Pro plans. And there you go. It will generate XPath for that. Similarly, like suppose, let me just, if anything goes wrong, you can just click again and click back, the value will be reset. Now you can inspect this, let's say products, and then you want to generate for Pro plan, click on this. Suppose you want to generate for practice page with respect to courses, first inspect courses, then inspect practice page, and there you go. So this is how you can generate access based XPath or XPath relative to other element just in one click. So this is the SelectorsHub Pro own inspector, which is very, very helpful. The next feature is no ads. So yes, of course, like because to run the free versions, to survive and to make more new free products for the community, yes, of course, we all need the bread and butter. So does I need. And that we have like a feature in free version, you must have seen observed that sometimes you must have seen these kind of ads here. So in pro version these ads will not be there. Like in fact you might have observed in the when you right click and you must have seen that there is some kind of ads. So yes, in pro version these ads will not be there. Rarely you will see some kind of updates information like what you need, or if any kind of uh, set webinar I'm hosting for the pro version pro users, that only you will see the information here. Otherwise there will not be any ad what you see in the free version. Then another great feature is test dynamic XPath stability. This is again very good feature because we all face challenges and problem with dynamic XPath. I'm sure like many of you must be having this challenge that you're not able to like verify whether the XPath is unique, sorry, whether the XPath is stable or dynamic, right? So how can we verify that XPath is dynamic or static? Let's inspect this element. Let's inspect this Google search. So you see that here in Google search, for this Google search button, I hope this is my window is visible. I hope like SelectorsHub tab is visible. So you see that here, this XPath, this is very much dynamic XPath, looks like a dynamic XPath, right? Because class is like the class value looks like very dynamic. If we refresh the page, or we if we use this XPath in our automation script, it might change. So for that, like in free version, it used to suggest that class looks dynamic. Uncheck the class checkbox so that it will generate the XPath without class. Okay. So it suggests you, it gives you a suggestion. And basically the purpose is solved because we have unchecked the class checkbox here and it has generated XPath without class. Fine. But can, can we make sure that this XPath is stable or dynamic in reality? Yes, in pro version it's possible. Just open pro version here, and you see that here it used to tell you that class looks dynamic. Use attribute filter to generate relative XPath without class, or click on this button to check the stability. Now let's click on this button, and you will see that Selectors Hub will automatically tell you that this is stable XPath or not. So here you see that this is telling you that this is stable XPath, and this is where it is very helpful, and it will let you know that your XPath is stable or not. So now in place of generating XPath without class, which becomes like too long, you can use this optimize XPath because you know that this is a stable XPath. If I will, let me just refresh this google.com. If we will refresh the page, this XPath is not going to change. It is stable. It is still showing one matching node, right? So this is where Selectors Hub Pro is going to help you guys a lot. And if your XPath going to be changed, then it will tell you that okay, this XPath is changing. Like for an example, let me just take it any website which is dynamic where we can find any XPath. I hope we will find something here, because generally like these kind of website like LinkedIn, Twitter, or any website where feed used to keep changing, so there it will, we can see that if that we found something. Like let me refresh this here and see if this XPath is stable. So you can see that here it is telling you that the zero element matching unstable XPath. So the XPath which it has generated first time, that is not going to work. So don't use that XPath. So it is letting you know that okay, this is unstable XPath. So this is again very helpful for you guys. that it will tell you whether the XPath is stable or unstable automatically. You see that it is telling you that this is stable and this is unstable. So this is where Selectors Hub Pro will help you guys to test your XPath, whether that XPath is stable or dynamic. Options to generate selectors without attribute. This is again really good feature. Like here we'll show you on the practice page. Many times we have something, some attributes with which we want to generate the XPath, but there will be situation like in free version we have this feature. Suppose if we inspect this enter email and it has generated with ID, but we want with title, so we can pass the title here, hit enter, it is generating with title. But what if like it is generating with some particular attribute, like it has generated with class, or let me just take this one, role, it has generated with role, but we don't want with role, we don't want to generate XPath with role attribute. Now we don't have any option here to auto generate. Of course, like you can write it here XPath without role attribute, but what if like you want to generate XPath automatically without role, without this particular attribute? So here in pro version you have this feature. Like here it is generating with role, you click here, you don't want to generate with role, hit enter, it will generate without. So here you have this option to generate XPath and CSS selector without a particular attribute as well. With, of course, you have that feature, but if you want without, you can generate that. Feature to copy, edit and delete saved values. I'm not sure how many of you have used this feature. Like in Selectors Hub, there is a feature like if we are writing any XPath here, suppose we are writing any XPath here, okay? And now we have to write a new XPath. So if we have to write a new XPath, you know that you copy this value and you save it somewhere, and then you save this value somewhere, and then you write a new XPath. But you can save this value here, and whenever you want to, let's say now if we will delete this value and we start writing, suppose we are writing this CSS selector for this element, but again we want to fetch the previous value whatever we have written. So you click here and you will get this value and click on this, okay? But suppose you have saved, like you have saved, let's say 4 5 values are saved here, okay? And any particular one of them you want to edit, or you want to remove one of them, or you want to copy one of them. Let's say I want to use this value in my code. So here what I have to do, we have to click on this value, then we have to copy this value, and then we can paste it in our code. So there are like 4 5 steps to get the value from this. But in the pro version you have this option. If you save some value, let's say if we save this value, and if you want, and let me save one more value just to show you guys. You click here, you see that these values, whichever value you want, like let's say we want this value to copy, click copy, and the value is copied and you can use it in your editor. So you have that like simplicity, basically like all features, everything is there in free and pro, but here we have made it more easy. We have make it more convenient for our pro users so that you can save more time. Okay, then next feature is see the value in context menu itself. This is really brilliant feature in the pro version. So you see that there are like a lot of situation where we are not able to copy the XPath or generate the XPath for the dynamic element. Like on Flipkart website, if you see that, suppose we are under electronics here. So we are here, let's say, and under men, suppose we want to copy the XPath for this sweatshirts. Right click in the free version, you see that you can copy the relative XPath. But here you see that, observe that we are not able to, still we haven't seen what is the value of this XPath. So if you will go back to your editor and paste, you might get surprised that what value have been copied, because we haven't seen that. But in pro version we have made it more easy, that when you right click here and hover here, before copying the value you can see the value right here itself. So now you know that okay, this is correct value, it doesn't have any dynamic attribute, it doesn't have any index in this. So and it is not very long XPath, so you can use this XPath in your script. So simply click here and paste it in your code. So the use I mean how this feature is useful, you just right click and you will not be playing blindly. You can see the value here before copying it. Okay, this is the value, we can use it or not. So you know what value you are copying here. While in free version, you are copying blindly. You don't know until you paste that value. Okay, so that's the context menu feature in pro version. Save up to 50 values. Now in free version, you must have observed that the value which you can save it, there are like limit of values, like how many values you can save it. Sorry. Like here you can save up to 10 values, maximum 10 you can save. But in pro version you can save up to 50 values. So that's another great advantage for the pro users. Scroll dom and show matching node. This is again a brilliant feature. Many times it happened that you are verifying some XPath, okay, and that is finding more than one matching node, but you want to see that which all matching nodes are those. Like here, if we double forward slash a, if we do, let's say to find all the links in a page, hit enter, there are 86 elements matching. Now which are those 86 elements, which are those 86 anchor tag? So you see that here, when you see 86 matching nodes, there is a next and previous button. You can traverse backward and forward in the pro version. You see that now if we will press next, it will right now this is showing form here. It will scroll automatically the DOM, and it will also show you the generated selector here for that particular matching node. Let me click. So you see here, this is the very first anchor tag on this page. These are the selectors for that, and this is the that node. Now if you keep on pressing next next, it will show you that this is the second anchor tag on this page, and these are the selector for that, and this is the matching node, that one. So this way you can easily traverse in the DOM, and you at the same time you will automatically, it will show you automatically the generated selector for that particular element. So this is for products. So this way you can traverse backward and forward, and easily you can see all the matching nodes. So this is really great feature. And I'm sure like most of you know that there in SelectorsHub we have this feature that when you hit enter, it shows all the matching nodes here, like all 86. There are 86 matching nodes. Suppose for a second if I turn it off and hit enter, it shows all 86 matching node here, right? So you can see them. Now suppose when you are seeing them here, while looking at them, you see that it also highlight the matching node. Okay, so when you are hovering here, so this is the XPath, this is the, sorry, this is the element, this is the node for that SelectorsHub innovation inspired automation heading. You see that that has became red now, outline has become red. So if we have to generate XPath and selector for that particular element, you just click on this node, and SelectorsHub will directly generate selector for that particular element. So this is a really brilliant feature that when you are playing around with big enterprise applications, of course, I'm not talking about this feature. This feature might not be that useful. Those who are learning, those who are uh, learning automation, those who are doing practices. But this feature is really helpful when you are working in enterprise application in the companies, because Generally, like you always have to write customize XPath and XPath, those kind of XPath which like you can format runtime, something like that. So in that kind of situation, generally you find that there are more matching nodes. And now when you are looking at this, hovering on these elements, okay, so you found that this is the, let's say, here we'll hover, we'll see that which one is node for pro plans. So this is the node for pro plans, and now we want to generate selector for this pro plan without inspecting that element. So you can click on this element and it will generate for that selectors for that. So this is again really advanced feature. Once you will be like start using this, exploring these features, you will really enjoy. And these are innovations, you will feel them, you will feel like okay, this can also be possible. And you will be amazed when you will explore about these features more and more. And of course, like scroll the DOM and show that particular element. So that is another great feature. Just select the matching node to generate all selectors for that. So yeah, this just now I showed you guys. And there are like a lot more innovative features are there, of course. So here, let me show you guys what all features are there. So those who are working on playwright selector, so by default you might not have seen that this pw selector is there, because by default it will be off. Not everybody need that, so we have kept it off, because again this will require some kind of like code and algorithm which is running in the background. So we don't want to execute that, because not everybody right now using playwright, and so it is not required for everyone. But those who need that, they can just turn it on. So by default, when you will inspect any element, you will not find the pw selector. But if you want that, click on this customize ui, and then you can turn it on, and it will of course like show you an alert that if you really want to use that, then only turn on. Because of course there will be like fraction of second millisecond which might cost, but of course not really. And then you inspect, it will give you the playwright selector. Of course you can verify playwright selectors in selectors of pro and the free version as well. But here in pro version you can also get auto generated playwright selector. Then here you have like inspect, attribute, code, page object model, maintenance, smart maintenance feature, which is like basically verifying selectors in bulk. Suppose you want to verify all your XPath, whatever you have in your script. So for an example, like we have this whole bunch of script, and most of you must be having this kind of a script which is like in backlog, and nobody is looking at that because maintenance is difficult, really difficult. Some ui change happen, all automation script used to go in backlog, because nobody wants to verify all the XPath one by one. So here we have solved this problem. You just paste your complete script here, set the command, and click on submit. It will fetch all the XPath from your script and show you the result, that one matching node, zero matching node. So whichever shows zero, you can fix them in your automation script. And this way you will be able to maintain your script which are like in backlog, and like useless script which are there, so you can easily maintain them. Then of course like debugger feature is there in free version. So pro version does have, you have the feature to generate XPath with double quote, like single quote it is generating. So all those features which are there in free, so that is there in pro version. Customization, you have a lot more customization here. Then if any element is inside shadow dom, so like in free version you must have observed that we support shadow dom, iframe, nested shadow dom, nested iframe, everything. So that is there, of course, like all the features are there in free version. In pro version, what we have done, so in free version you see that you get the code for selenium with java. Now if you are working with something else, like any particular technology, like let's say you are working with playwright with javascript, it will give you the code for playwright. You can get the code for playwright with javascript. If you are working with playwright with java, you will get that. If you're working with Selenium Java, you get the Selenium Java. So you have option, like if you're working with Cypress, then you get the code to handle the Shadow DOM for Playwright with JavaScript. So here you have more option, like if you want to generate with for any particular programming language, then in that case you can generate them. So a lot more features are there in SelectorsHub Pro. With this, here I will take a pause. If you guys have any question, feel free to ask. And then we will jump to Test Case Studio Pro. Feel free to ask if you have any question. And how many of is there anyone any pro users out there on the call? Any questions, guys? Feel free to ask. No question? I'm sure there must be some delay. And for like this could be like little quick what I have shown you guys, features and everything. But for every feature and for everything, there has been tutorial created on this YouTube channel. So please watch them, and definitely you will learn a lot. Not just the time saving, but uh, the idea behind Selectors Hub is that to help community to learn new concepts about DOM, about web element, locators, selectors, and a lot more. Shadow DOM, iframe, SVG. So you will learn a lot about those concepts. Okay, no question. There must be some. I can see there are 90 people. Any selector sub user out there? Okay. So I feel there is no question. Okay. Let's jump into the Test Case Studio Pro. Before jumping into the Test Case Studio Pro, let me show you guys how you guys can start with Selectors Hub Pro and what are the pricing and other stuff. So you can see that here it is very simple. Uh, on the Selectors Hub website, if you go to home page, there you will find the Selectors Hub Pro. Yes, so Himadri, do we have any documentation for this? Yes, each and everything is documented here. So if you go to this Selectors Hub Pro, and in fact not just documentation for each and everything, for each and every feature, I have created the tutorial as well, so it will make all the process and everything very easy for onboarding you guys. So here you can see that in just 3 simple steps you can get it started. Very first thing, you have to install the Selectors Hub Pro from here, from the Chrome browser. Then you have to take the any subscription plan whichever you feel good, and that's all. After that you will get a credential mails, and you just have to follow these simple 3 steps to get started. And here if you click on this compare plans, so for individual plan it is just like $2.5 per month, very cheap, not even a coffee cost. So you can get started with this, and there's a 1 week free trial, so you can take a free trial, and you have each and everything is automated. You doesn't need to contact anyone. You take it, if you like it you can continue, or within 7 days you can cancel the plan. You will not be charged anything. and you can cancel it from your end. You need not to contact, or you need doesn't need any support. You will be able to do it from your end. And I highly recommend to, like, you take a free trial. Once you start, once you feel that it is helpful for your team, then ask your company to take the business plan, because for them it is just like peanuts. I mean, for a company, $2.5, $5 is just nothing, and they can take an yearly plan. So it is very very cheap, everybody is taking it, so this can saves a lot of time for you guys. So this is how you can start it. Everything is documented, all the tutorial video, and you see that there is a tutorial for each and every step, and things are very simple. Just a one click solution. Okay, cool. Now let's jump into the Test Case Studio Pro. So again, this is almost like everything there in whatever there in free version, everything is there in pro version. So what is there in pro version? Price is not, yes, Mohit, price is there in INR as well. So you can see that there are plan for India, for outside India. So if you see that, if you click on this for India, so this is just 150 INR per month. So yes, this is there, like that is there in INR as well, and for uh, like outside India, because of course like there are like some government regulation with respect to tax and all. So yes, we do have plan in INR and in dollar. And if you guys have any concern, anything, there is a live chat support, so you can always reach out. And if you have any question, any doubt, anytime you can chat it here. Okay, so let's see what is there in Test Case Studio Pro, and how this tool can increase your team productivity, and how this can help you guys to go to next level, and why so many people are using. And you guys won't believe, just in like 3 months, more than 5 companies, apart from, like, yes, of course there are like so many individual users are using it and paying it from their pocket, but I highly recommend and request people that, in place of paying it from your pocket, don't pay it from your pocket. You take the individual plan, you take the free trial. Once you are satisfied, then ask your company. For company it is just nothing. Like the amount you pay for a conference, your company pay for a conference, that is, in that they can take a subscription for whole team for a year. So that cheap it is. Like 30,000, 40,000 rupees is not nothing for a company to get a subscription for such a great plan, such a great tool for whole team. Okay, cool. So let's see what is there in Test Case Studio Pro and how it can help. So here, this is the free version, and this is how it looks like. It has everything which can help you guys a lot to save each and everything. Like it can help you to reproduce the bug, it can help you to get the screenshot, it can help you to generate the automation script, Xpath selectors automatically, helping you to get the steps to reproduce the bug, helping to get the steps and every detailed information for filing a bug in Jira or any bug management tool like Bugasura and all. Automatically generate the screenshot, highlight the field. All those things are here in this free version. Then what is there in the pro version? Let's see. Let me just click show you the glimpse of pro version. So first let me close this, and here we click the pro version, and this is how the pro version opens. So here, suppose we click on this, we click on this, we right click on courses, we search something here, let's say Test Case Studio Pro. Okay, so we did couple of steps, and then we again go back to this. So here you see that each and everything is recorded, and you see, of course, like beautiful UI compared to the free version. Every single step has been recorded, whatever we have performed. So you see that here, open website, click on products, then we click on pro plans, then we right click on courses. All those steps have been recorded. These are very useful steps. like plain English sentences. You can simply copy these and paste it in your bug management tool, or to your developer or someone, that these are the steps that has been recorded here. So they can simply use these steps to like let's say you have some tool and you want to paste it to your developer, you can simply paste them easy. So this way you can just tell them that these are the steps to reproduce this bug, go and fix them. So they will be easily able to fix them. Now, apart from steps, you get the screenshot for each step. And you see that in each screenshot, it tells you that it highlight the field, the name of the steps is same as whatever action you have performed. So it becomes easy to identify that this screenshot is for this purpose. Like we did right click on courses. You see that it is highlighting that field. Very accurate, very precise, very useful. So you need not to like basically take the screenshot manually. You need not to write these steps manually. Then another great feature, generally what happen, which will make a difference from the free and pro, URL. You see that here, it gives you the URL for each step. Because suppose in this step we got a bug. Generally, most of the time, developers always ask, when you perform this step, what was the URL in the address bar? So here you have the URL for that moment, that this is the URL when you click on this test case studio. So you can directly jump into that step. You can directly open this URL in the address bar, and you can directly show that particular step, that okay, on this step there was an issue. So you get the URL as well. Let me go from here one by one, that will be better. So you have this everything in free version. New UI, screen and video recording feature is there. No ads, of course. URL for each step. So you see that we have just seen that you have the URL for each step. This is the new feature, it is not there in free version. Then there is a screen recording feature as well. You can record the screen, because many times you have the like you wanted to test the desktop application. So in free version you cannot record the desktop application functionality, and many times you want to record the screen when you are doing the some testing. And yes, of course there are like a lot of tools, but why to have a lot many? Just in single one tool you can solve all the things. So what you have to do, you just click on this record screen, and here you can select if you want to record entire screen, if you want to record any particular tab, or you want to record any particular Chrome tab, or any window. Like let's say you want to record this IntelliJ app. Okay, so if we select that and click on share here, so now whatever we will be performing here, like let's say if I'm writing here anything, so it will record only in this screen. Now if we will go back to browser here, and we are doing something here, let's say for an example we went to Flipkart, we close this, we close this as well. So you see that nothing will be recorded from here. And if I go back again here and do something, this all things will be recorded in test case studio pro here when we are doing recording. So suppose if we click on this stop recording, and you see that here recording has been saved, you can watch it. And when you will watch this recording, here you will see that it has not recorded those things what we have performed in Chrome. So it will record that particular app, particular tab, whatever you will select. And this is very helpful feature, because many times it happened that when you are doing some recording, when you are doing a screen recording, you don't want to record your personal information, or if suppose in between you have opened some website, like you have opened your bank application, or you something which you don't want to record get recorded in the screen recording. In that case, this is very helpful feature. So yeah, recording is there, and everything is like 100% safe and secure. If you guys have any doubt about this, that when we will be recording these, are they going to save somewhere? No. Before getting into more detail, let me just show you guys. that how safe and secure it is, because that is like very very important point. If you look at this into the Chrome version, sorry, into the Chrome store, so you will see of course that we got the featured batch, which means follow recommended practice for Chrome extension. And you scroll little bit, you see that it runs offline, so in fact, which means that if you turn off your internet, then also it will be working, and it works absolutely safe and secure. So you need not to worry about that it will be saving any kind of data. We don't save any data, we don't have any server or anything, and that is the biggest selling point, and that's the one of the best thing about test case studio and all our extensions, that we don't have any server, we don't save any data. So you can do the video recording. And now I will come back to this screen and video recording feature, URL for each step, no size issue due to more screenshot. Like in free version, if you record, let's say 50 or 60 steps, there you will feel, there you will find there is a performance issue. And because like so many screenshot will be taken there, so we have solved that issue in the pro version. In pro version, you take thousands or hundreds of whatever number of screenshot, whatever number of steps you want to record, keep recording. There will not be any performance issue. And once you close, of course everything will be cleared. In free version, there will be like after 30-40 steps you might feel a little performance issue, because of course like every screenshot is taking some space. But yes, of course, in the free version also, once you close, everything is clear. There is nothing like that it is going to cause a performance issue in your browser or something. You can copy all recorded data in single click. So whatever you have, like we have recorded multiple steps, etc., right? So if you don't want to copy one by one, or you don't want to download, because if you will download every time, like let's say we have downloaded so many files for each and every test case, we don't want to download in our local system. You just click on this copy test case, and you can paste it to somewhere, like wherever you want. Suppose you have any particular application where you want to paste, like many times we will be you will be having some application like application I mean like let's say you have Jira or some other test management tool, or locally designed test management tool which you are using. So if you wanted to paste that this content, like whatever you have here, you want to paste it there, so you can simply copy this test case, and like let's say this is a notepad, you paste it here. So you will be able to completely paste this table in your tool. You need not to download like every time new file. So this is again going to save time and like space in your system, and so many files. Of course, like this has a feature that you can download in Excel format, CSV format, PDF format. You can download a screenshot separately. While in free version, you will have to, like there's only one download button which you should download in Excel and screenshot both together. But here you have that freedom that you can download separately. You have that option, download only screenshot. More command options like in for Selenium Cypress. So here you see that it used to generate XPath and CSS selector. It also does in free version as well. And of course these XPath and CSS selector are very stable. They use the SelectorsHub algorithm. But if you want to generate them with command, you turn on this and you see that it is generated with command. But if you want to add like more command, if you want more command option, click here, and like SelectorsHub, you will find them here. So more command options are here. Better support and frequent updates with new features, of course that is here. And as well as in the free version also, we also always try to keep giving you guys the updates and everything. So yes, that is there as well. Then of course a few more features has been added in pro version. Like you have more customization option, like you can if you don't want to record a scroll event, shift key, arrow key. If you want to pass some input data variable, like while recording, if you have passed some information, you don't want to record that, you can define the input variable as well here. You can uncheck any particular column. Let's say you don't want this css selector here, you can uncheck that. So that all those options are here, more customization option. Then you have attribute filter, of course, without attribute option is here. While this is not there in free version, you can pause and record same as like in free version. Suppose by here you have this option to add any new step and delete. This is there in free version as well. So suppose if you have deleted any step, but that got deleted by mistake, so you have this undo button here, you can undo it. So that is another great feature in pro version. If you have closed this, like you remember that we have performed a lot of steps in the last test case, but we didn't save that. So if you miss that and by mistake if you close this, in that case you have this option to download the last test case. You can download that. Another great feature, you get the network log as well here in test case studio pro. So if when you click on this, whatever this step was, if you want to see that what was the network log at that time, what url it has opened or whatever happened in the background, you can see the network log here. So that is also there. And of course, like you can download them all the network logs or any particular network logs you want to download, that you can do. Then this is another great thing, that test case studio pro is also available in dark theme. So you just click and boom, this is really beautiful feature, and I really love the test case studio pro in dark theme. So this is about all about test case studio pro, guys. And once again, this is very cheap. It is just $2.5. Both the tools are with the same pricing and very cheap. You can take a free trial. I will highly recommend just take a free trial, and if you have any question, feel free to ask me anytime. You can reach out here on like live chat. And again, once again, don't pay it from your pocket. Ask your company to take the business plan. For them it is just so simple and very cheap. It's just nothing. You can check out this plan, like for India if you click here, and for outside India you click here, you will see that it is very cheap, just 36,000 INR annually. And if we see in dollar, it is just $600 per year for a company. $600 per year, just nothing. So very cheap. Now over to you guys. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. I hope there will be some question. And do give it a try, like guys, give it a free trial. Take a free trial, at least try it once, and trust me, you will enjoy this. Like at least try once the free trial. Take the free trial. There is nothing going to like you're not going to pay anything from your pocket. And also, guys, we are hosting rave test party. If you are in NCR or nearby Delhi, please do join rave test party meetup. This is going to be really amazing event. Me, Naveen, Mukesh, we are hosting this event in association with Lambda Test. Lambda Test is helping us a lot to host this mega event in NCR. You must have seen some of the pics on LinkedIn, Twitter, for about the like Pune and Bangalore RTP. So please do join if you are in NCR. This is on 5th November, Saturday, full day event, and you will learn a lot. You will get a chance to meet all the community members, all the big people out there from whom you can learn and they can learn from you guys. Himadri, there is a question from Himadri. Is it possible to select multiple screen to select for recording? So multiple screens are not possible. Either you can select one particular screen or you can select entire screen. So if you select entire screen, in that case it will record like all the application whatever you will open, that it will record. Or else like you can select one particular screen. But yes, I'm taking it as a feedback, and I will try to add this feature if that will be possible. Thank you. Any more questions, guys? Okay, so I believe no question. Okay, come on, guys. There must be some questions. Okay, let me show you guys one more tool, and that is absolutely free, the test case hub. So before that, like, let me ask few of the questions from you people. I hope you guys will answer. Uh, how do you guys suppose if I ask you, tell me the test cases of login scenarios? So I think like there are 80 people on the call now. So will all of you be able to tell same kind of login scenario, like test cases for login functionality? Will all of you be able to tell the same, or you guys think that some might be able to tell better, some might not be able to tell those good scenarios because they might have not done that much testing, or technically they might have not done? So what's your answer? Like, will everyone be able to answer or write the test cases, same kind of test cases for login functionality? Okay, there are two questions from Nibes. Sanjay, do we have any plans for mind mapping tool? No, Nibes, right now I don't have any plan for mind mapping tool. uh Bhuvnesh Goyal, what performance testing tool do you suggest for cloud native apps, and why? Bhuvnesh, right now I don't have any experience with performance testing tool. Mostly I have found people and friends using JMeter, but no, not much experience, no comment on that. Bhuvnesh Goyal saying probably yes. So are you saying yes for the like you all will write the login functionality test cases same? I don't think so. Reason, because most of us come with a different kind of experience, and in fact, like, same person will not be able to tell the same scenarios again and again. Like if you ask me login functionality test case or any particular functionality, forget about login, any feature testing you test cases, if you ask me test cases for any particular feature or scenario, today I might be able to tell, let's say, 5 or 10. But after 3 days you will ask, I'm sure, 100% sure, I will not be able to recall all those 5 or 10 test cases which I'm going to tell you today. That depends on our mood, that how good uh, mood is that day, and how much we can think on that day when we are getting that particular scenario to test. And also at the same time, it happened that somebody might be having 10 years of experience, someone might be having 2 years of experience, and someone might be a fresher. So a fresher cannot tell, of course, that good scenarios what a 10-year experience guys can tell. So now the point is, like, how can we make sure, as in, like, suppose I'm a manager or I'm a like founder of a company, I want to make sure that if I give this particular feature for testing to anyone in my team, I want to make sure that at least the basic functionality, at least the basic scenarios should be covered. irrespective of whether he is a fresher, whether he is a 5 year experience or 10-year experience. I want to make sure that he does the basic functionality testing of that particular feature. So, how can we make sure? To make sure that now we have this test case hub. You see that this is the test case hub tool. This is a absolutely free community tool, and you can explore it. It doesn't require any kind of installation or anything. It is just one single page application. Click on this. So basically this is testcasehub.net, the web application, and here you can search for any particular functionality and you will get the test cases. Like let's say if you want for login functionality, so you can search here for login, and there you go. So here you see that all the test cases, at least like really good test cases, you will find it here. Like many times there are like I'm not sure how many of you have heard about this test case. Like after log out, refresh the page, it shouldn't show the logged in. After log out, click on the back button, it shouldn't show you the logged in. So these are some of the really good scenarios which you will find it here. Now there will be a question that how can we make sure that these test cases are good or not? So you see that there you will see that vote upvote. If any particular test case has more number of upvotes, so you can think that okay, this is a good test case. These are these good test cases and good scenarios. And of course, like it will show the best test case with depending on how many number of votes it has got. You can search for more scenarios. Like let's say you search for credit card. So here, there you found these many test cases. You found that you feel that okay, these are less test cases, these are not good test cases. You can submit the test case here. You can write more test case here. You can also check what all functionality test cases are already available. Like you click on this all available scenarios, and here you can see that these are the test cases. Now you can also find it here that who has written these test cases. Like Milan Patel has written it, and these are reviewed by Sanjay Kumar. So you can see that you can also validate that how you can rely on these test cases, how good these test cases are. Click on this Milan Patel profile and check who is this person, how much experience this guy has. So if this is the person, and when you will be looking at this, that okay, he is coming with like so many years of experience, then definitely this guy has really good experience, industry experience. So when he has written these test cases, then definitely he has good knowledge. And the person who has reviewed his profile, you can also check it here. So this is how, and when it was reviewed and everything, you will be able to see. And if anything you found, you can submit it here. You can write more test cases, you can upvote, you can contribute, and we are adding more and more features here as per the community feedback. Like also you can see that who are the contributors who has written the test cases. Like you click here and you will find that who are the reviewer leaderboard, like who have reviewed these test cases. So these are the reviewer who has written the test cases so far, who has contributed the test cases so far. So that you can also see it here. So this is a very new tool, just like 2 months I guess have been launched, and it is evolving with the community feedback, and we are trying to add more and more features with the community, and we are trying to add more and more number of test cases here so that it will be evolved, and one day it will be a really great test case repository which will be helping each and everyone. So, and in fact, like many testers, many people call it, this is a stack overflow for the testers. Like for developers, every problem for every scenario, they have the like solution on Stack Overflow. So if you think about like the day when Stack Overflow was started, there was no much data, there was no answer. But when community started contributing, adding more features, adding more answers over there, started contributing, so that's how like today Stack Overflow has all the answers for your question. Similarly, this is going to be evolve a lot, and it will be having a lot more test cases and everything in future. So this is test case hub, guys, and each and everything is documented. Tutorials are created here on the channel, and I used to keep trying to create more and more tutorial, more and more knowledge sharing tutorial with a good concepts on this channel. So please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, so that you get all the updates, and check out in the website for each and every tool, and all the information is available. If you have any question, feel free to reach out to us. You can always, there's a live chat option, you can always chat here. Also you can write on support at selectorsHub.com for any query. With that, I will take a pause now. If you guys have any question, feel free to ask. And once again, thank you so much, guys, for joining in from YouTube, LinkedIn. Thank you, guys, for joining in. Please feel free to ask if you have any question or any suggestion. Most welcome. No question. Okay, so there is a question from Mohit. In test case of how to ensure duplicacy, so right now, like, yes, we reviewed it at the back end manually. Like, once you submit the test cases, we see that if there is any duplicate test case or duplicate scenarios are there. And also, like, if you must have seen that, like, let me show you. So here, if you see that in test case hub, like, all scenarios, all available scenarios. So if you want to see that what all scenarios are already available, like for which all functionality test cases are there, so that you can see, like, for credit card there are only three test cases. So if you want to contribute the test cases for credit card, you can just select this, and then you can submit here. Also, there will be, of course, like, if you will submit like test cases for credit card, so it will automatically assign those test cases for credit card only. So that's, those functionalities are written already, like, things are automated, so that will be taken care. And of course, like, we are trying to optimize it more and more. So yes. Any other questions, guys? Okay, so no more question. Okay, I will wait for another 1 minute. If no, then we can end the session for today. And I will again request you guys, please try the pro versions. They will really, really help you guys a lot. And those who are in NCR, see you guys there in NCR. Let me just quickly show you guys where you can find the more details about Rave Test Party and how you can register. So if you go to just Selectors of website under resources, meetup, and here you see that all the details are here. And this is the registration form. You can register here, and you will find me, Naveen, and Mukesh in NCR on 5th of November. And this meetup is in association with Lambda Test. So, yep, see you guys there in person. And this is definitely going to be like really, really great event. And if you have like, if you haven't seen that, these are the pics from the like previous event. You can see that so many people join, and these are really, really uh, great event. Test case survey is a great idea, very creative. Thanks. Thank you, Pankaj, for your feedback and thanks for joining. I hope you guys will contribute and will use this. It is really good tool. Thank you, Mohit. Thanks for your feedback. Okay, so guys, if you don't have any more question, then thanks for joining, and we'll end the session for today. But if you have any question, don't hesitate. Feel free to reach out to me anytime on the Selectors of live chat or on LinkedIn, Twitter, or any other platform. With that, thank you so much. Thanks again for joining. Have a great evening. Bye bye. Thank you, Sachin.